Be making a park in Planet Coaster 2, and before I started, I made this road here with a cave where you can enter and a cave where you can exit. I know it's something from like Roller Coaster Tycoon or something like that, but it's the only idea I had to make it look like realistic. But so in this episode, I'm going to be making the parking lot and the entrance. I'm going to start on the entrance, and in the next episode, I'm going to be making the entrance plaza, and I'm going to finish the entrance. But at the end of this video, I'm going to be revealing the park name. So if you don't want to miss anything, make sure to subscribe. So what I did for the parking lot is I just did a really big, area of asphalt path. But anyways, actually, this was my first time making a entrance and a parking lot. So I thought I was actually proud of myself with the parking lot. I know it's not much, but don't expect like Digital Dan or Benji's Adventures level because I'm only a kid. So I'm going to try the best, and I don't have that good of an idea of maybe I should do a storyline for this. But if I actually sit and think about it, I can make some really cool looking rides. So what I did for the parking lines is I was going to do yellow, but I'm like, well, no, white would look nicer. So that's what I did. And it's actually a lot easier if you copy and paste, and instead of just sitting there and building each rectangle by rectangle by rectangle. I was actually liked how the lines came out for the parking. I'm hoping to have a few areas, and some of them are going to be using themes that are in game, and then I'm actually going to try my hand at making an area that isn't with existing themes. Actually, there might be 2 areas like that. And I sort of have an idea of how I might be able to do one, because one of them is going to be a lot easier than the other. I'm not going to reveal everything until the last episode of each area. I'm not going to reveal after the entry area, I'm not going to reveal the next episode until after I finish off the entry. But and then the first area, I'm not going to reveal the second area until after that. So how it is right now, the road's going to be going from right to left. And so what I did is I made it merge so no one thinks that that's the entrance or anything. And then over here, I was going to have it merge, but wouldn't want to let me for some reason because of the terrain. And 2, I thought, well, it'd be better for the straight so no one mistakes it for an exit. Now, I was actually going to make a second line of parking spots, but it didn't work because the parking lot isn't big enough, and I wasn't going to make it bigger because I'm like, well, I don't want half the map to be just parking lot. So instead, I just left it at that, and I was actually going to put buses in the spots, but they don't fit, so I'm like, well, just cars should. So the parking spots will be reserved for cars only. So what I'm doing is I'm making a bus station. So that's why over here I'm placing a bunch of buses. So that way, if there's field trips or people that are just need to ride, that the car's broken down, but they planned on going or something. So actually, what I'm doing right now is I'm doing a little place where people can stand and wait for the buses. That way, they're not just standing in the road. So I made this little pathway with an overhang for shade. That way, if it's like hot, they can sit under here waiting to shade instead of standing in the road in the sun. And I thought this metal park railing would look nice as the thing for it. Don't worry, it can just go back to asphalt. And so actually what I'm going to do is I'm going to make a departure and arrival signs. I'm going to make a bus station sign. I'm really proud of myself with the bus station. I know it's not much, but it's what I can do. My future parks obviously are going to be better. I'm debating on if, like, going forward if I should or not. But arrivals, and actually, what I'm going to do is a shout out to some of my subscribers. Some of my first few subscribers, they're getting your name put on here as like the bus names. So shout out to Mama T 1951. Shout out to the Crocheted Life. I'm sorry, but your handle wasn't able to fit on here, so I just put Crocheted Life down. And then over here is Departures. Shout out to Philip C 3273. Shout out to Nick Lamb 3762. But so yeah, there's your bus station. Shout out to my first few subscribers. And now let's start making the entrance. I hope when it's done, I'm hoping that I can have it up on Workshop. This would actually be the first thing that I upload on Workshop. So actually what I started doing here is I built this whole entire entrance thing, but then I realized it was way too big, so I made it a lot smaller. Also, if your name isn't in here, don't worry. Whenever I have the chance, I'll shout out other subscribers too. So it's fine. Don't worry. Your name, hopefully at some point, will get mentioned in my video. I'm just going from oldest to newest whenever I shout out. So those are my 4 oldest subscribers. So here's where I decided to just do a much smaller thing instead of that big, huge entryway. It's like it's a little too unrealistic. And like seeing this now, I'm like, yeah, that's much more realistic. Here in a little bit should be the big name reveal. So like I said, the entrance, it seems kind of boring, but in episode 2, when I do the plaza entry, it's good. It should look a lot better than it already does. And I just realized I forgot to put the triangle wall cover over on the other sides too. Alright, here's the name reveal. Kingdom. Thrills. Yes, that's the name. It's official. The name of the park is Kingdom of Thrills. I'm sorry, it's not the best name, but I'm not the best at names. And I know some letters are bigger than others, and like it looks like messed up and stuff, but I wanted it like that. But with that, we're all cleared out of here. Make sure to like and subscribe and enjoy the ride.